Yeah, so this is Snapbacks and Flat Caps. Different location today. Special guest this week. I'm your host, Rob.
Trizzy.
And today we have a special guest joining us. Last time we had a guest was... Who was our last guest?
It's Casso, no?
Oh, it was a long time ago then.
Yeah.
No, it can't have been. No. It was... what's his face? Hercules and all that. It was the one...
Oh, yeah.
Because we tried to do... we tried to do some live... And that was just a madness, so that just kind of went down the tube.
Yeah.
So we're doing a live now on our special guest,
that's why.
Instant live as well. So yes, special guest, man. What's going on?
Hi,
tell us who you are and why you join us today and the rest of the good stuff, man.
So, thanks to this lovely gentleman here, I'm on the show today. I'm guessing because I have my own business.
Yes.
And it's called Club Aftercare.
Right.
Now, let me introduce myself.
I think it's starting
Before I get into it.
Right.
So my name is Stephanie Quintero. I'm 30 years young. I'm originally from Colombia. Been living in the UK for 25 plus years, which is why I don't sound like Sofia Vergara. But yeah, so I started a business called Club Aftercare about a year and a half ago. Now, Club Aftercare is for people who have had cosmetic surgery, whether that be liposuction, tummy tuck, BBLs, breast and augmentations, any other sort. But what Club Aftercare specialises in is the aftercare. Now,
So after the surgery.
After the surgery,
Right.
yeah. So the reason I was happy to come on the show is because I want to put a sense of awareness out there that no surgery is a quick fix. Whatever you do, you have to maintain it. You have to obviously know it's the right thing for you. You have to take the right steps to make sure that you're going to be not necessarily, I don't know.
Because I mean, we've spoke about I say similar things, but we talked about the idea of surgery before. We spoke about more to do with what we see on TV and the media, and with Love Island, most prominent and stuff. Because you see some of them girls before they gone into Love Island from them old pictures, and they look like completely different people. Man are out here getting scammed.
A whole new human being.
Straight shine. It's quite but obviously like surgery is like as a topic we spoke about before a little bit, but more about like the idea of it and how it affects not so much relationships but more dating as a whole, right? So I got my own views, obviously. I'm sure you got your own views, and of course you got your own views as well. But
Everybody.
I don't know, man. Like I think just when we spoke about it before, it was more about when it comes to the dating side of it and like how easy it is to get. I know obviously the idea is that you don't do surgery yourself. You're not here promoting the surgery, you're promoting more of the aftercare of it. So just to clarify. I think it's all mad in the dunya. And not only because I know it's so much more accessible now, and I do think it's a big shortcut, but I do think that it's also like, I don't know, I don't want to be a dick and be like, oh yeah, everyone who has surgery's got some issues. That's not what I'm saying. But I think it's definitely something, a quicker way of fixing imperfections. Like there's more fictive, and it's not always the case. Like people you get people who go to the next extreme, right? Who just take it to like Michael Jackson level and that.
Yeah.
Because I know it's a lot more. I think it's a lot more prominent now because of the world and the culture that we live in with social media. It's easily acceptable, and I do think is influencing young girls in a way. I particularly don't agree with it. I mean, I don't have a daughter, but I wouldn't want her to do it. I do have like a lot of sisters though, but it's very much to my knowledge, none of them have had it, but like I know like one or two of their friends have had certain things like lip fillers and whatnot, right?
Should I share my story just to get a context?
Tell us how you got to this stage.
I was never an entrepreneur. Like 4 years ago, I knew nothing about business. For me, I was just going to work, coming back home. That was my life. But I was working for a big retail company, and I was pregnant at the time. I was made redundant, and that for me was a massive shock to the system. At the same time, my relationship with my daughter's dad was going down the drain. So, like, not saying that my experience was unique, because a lot of this does happen, but it's just unique in the sense that everything happened at the same time. So for me, I got to a point where I was like, do you know what? I'm done giving everything to everyone else. It's got to a point where I want to do things for me now. So I was in a position where I had the money, I had the time to be able to do something that I wanted to do. So, and after pregnancy, I felt a little bit down. I felt like my body wasn't what it was before. So I took the trip to Colombia, put the money down, got my surgery done. I got liposuction, tummy tuck, and BBL.
Sorry, just to stop you there. You know when you said you go to Colombia, I don't know exactly how it works. Is it more expensive to do it here? I know a lot of people go abroad to do.
It's very expensive to do it here. Yeah, so a lot of women balance out the cost with the risk. Like now, the risk getting it done abroad in Turkey, to say.
Yeah. Is it higher?
It's not that it's cheaper, but the exchange rate it benefits us. I think.
It just as safe?
It might not be as safe just because you might have complications right after. You might be in the plane coming back home and
they could explode.
Yeah.
Swear down, I heard that happen, you know.
So,
yeah.
And
I mean, not to me. I mean, my boobs don't explode. Not to my knowledge,
And it's a very slim chance that you're going to be seen on the NHS or something, a cosmetic procedure you've done abroad. So that's that risk.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I went back to Colombia is because that's where I'm from. I speak the language. I understood more. I knew where to go to get better quality.
Yeah, for sure.
For the money that I was spending. Mm-hmm. So that's why I got it done over there. So women get it done for different reasons, but my reason was because I had gone through something that I classed as traumatic.
Yeah.
And for me,
Is that like the? Sorry, let me rephrase that. So the traumatic, is that from like having children, or is it more
being
from
made
like
redundant? Going through. I was really sick during the pregnancy as well.
So it's more like overall stuff.
Overall,
everything.
2015-16 was terrible years for me. Yeah. But what I appreciate from it now is that I turned that experience into a business, because when I came back to London, I was having difficulties finding someone that would do my lymphatic massages, and for someone that doesn't know what that is, it's very, very important. I can't stress enough how important it is after liposuction, for example, because if you're not getting drained after liposuction, you run the risk of having fibrosis. You're in extremes.
What do you mean if you're not getting drained?
So after liposuction, so you get the tube into your body, taking that, the doctor's taking out all the fat,
like
the rods,
and they just pull it. Sorry, I just see them shows, and they're like, sorry, probably not the most sensitive thing to do.
You're left with these holes where they've got the rods in. Now, your body goes through a trauma as well. It swells up, so you have build-up of fluid, blood, and all of that needs to be drained out of your body.
Okay.
And where's it going to come out of? Those little holes that were left behind. Okay. So lymphatic drainage massage is when the masseuse massages your whole body and gets all those fluids out. They have to come out. Otherwise you get
just
fibrosis.
Using the hands?
Yeah, using the hands, yeah.
So there's a special technique to be doing that massage?
Exactly, Yeah, and it helps with your lymph system, but that's another...
What's a lymph system?
Your lymph system is where you work the lymph system to get all the toxins out of your body. Right. So if you're having a lymphatic drainage massage, that's what it's doing. It's helping you. It's not a relaxation massage. It's helping to take out all your toxins from your body, which is, it helps... like
a sauna? I mean, obviously you're not in a sauna, but you get what I'm saying. Like in the sense of they're supposed to get your toxins. That's one way of exceeding toxins.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't
about the lymphatic
massages.
So the massages are super, super important, and I couldn't find anyone that could do it for me over here. And because I was already going through the business process, one day the light bulb just went off. If I'm having difficulty finding someone, all these other women that are getting surgery done as well, I must be having difficulty. So that's when Club Aftercare started, and
so a hole in the market.
You said that you went from working like a retail or normal job, let's say, and then gone into entrepreneurship. What do you consider entrepreneurship, and what's different from someone being freelance to being creative to being an entrepreneur?
You have to make the difference for me is if you're not making money while you sleep, or if you're not leveraging, you're just an employee. Even if you're self-employed, you're still having to wake up, exchange your time for money, and then get that money. Club Aftercare works in a system where I help the people who have their own passion. So the personal trainers have the passion to be personal trainers, the masseuses and the life coaches. I help them with their customer base. So the people who've had the surgery, I forward them to these people.
So you got like a proper network.
That's where I feel like there's a difference between freelance or someone that's self-employed or someone that's an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur, I mean, anyone can have an idea and run with it, but to answer your question, I feel like an entrepreneur is someone that makes money work for them rather than working for money.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I know you said about personal trainers, actually. I know we actually spoke about it before we got rolling. I did have a concern, issue, query for that, because my thing is, if you're putting people in touch with personal trainers for support after they've had the surgery, surely, this is just a very basic way of interpreting it, surely if they had a personal trainer in the beginning, they wouldn't have to have the surgery. It would just take longer.
A lot of people think that,
it depends on like the body type, because some people can't really...
Yeah, you can't tell your body, lose if here, not here. Like, if you're losing weight, it's everywhere, depending on your body type.
I agree, but also it's not just about, if you're going to a personal trainer, you're not going to say, okay, like, I want to have slimmer arms, or I want to have this, or especially if you only lose weight on, say, your legs, or you gain weight on your bum. It all differs for different people. I get that, but surely then isn't personally that their job to do a degree of exercises and a diet plan and a nutrition plan to make sure overall you're more comfortable with your body? Because people can like pinpick at certain things I don't like I've got big ears, but my head is bigger now, so problem solved. So do you know what I mean? So like that's it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, do you know what I mean, right?
Focus is on ears. I was like, no, I didn't even know.
So you'll go into them. So you go into them, right? So my thing is like, I feel like it just zooms in on an issue that this is more about the surgery than the aftercare, of course, but I feel like with surgery, it zooms into one issue that people are insecure about, and it fixes it, which is fine because it solves their problem, but I feel like that's never the end of the situation.
So I like the fact that you said it's never the end of the situation, because what I really want to do is I want to address the taboo of surgery. Now, it might still be a taboo, but it's still happening. Like, millions of people all over the world have it done. Whatever it is, it's still going to continue to happen, and it's $1 billion industry.
I know. Just to cut in on there as well. Do you think more women have surgery than men, or do you think it's about equal?
Definitely more women, but the men, it's starting to creep up.
What sort of surgery do men have?
They get abs.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's madness. Man. I've seen that. That's just. Tell me, I think that's hella.
We spoke about the guy that was in the Big Brother house. His torso was huge, but he had a six-pack, and I was like, my brain couldn't figure out how does this happen, because you could see his abs showing.
He needs club aftercare.
Yeah, but I think that one is just kidding himself, man, for sure. From that, man, I think that's just kidding himself. So it's abs, and what else did you say for men?
Nose jobs.
Okay.
Men are getting nose jobs, hairline as well.
I think this is the thing right now. Hairline, I can understand hairline. This is going to sound hella like hypocritical.
I was just about to say.
It's going to sound hypocritical, but I'm just like, that's something you physically can't do nothing about. So my thing is, if you've got like a chubby belly or something, that's something you can do about with diet and exercise. But for your hairline, you can't. But I'm saying you can't grow back your hair, can you? Like, there's nothing going to make you grow your back your hair.
That's why I'm like, I'm on the fence with it, because I do understand there is some certain things, and no matter what you do, exercise, diet, it's not going to shift. It's just not going to shift. So no. We're talking about kind of like a nose. Your nose is not going to grow a different shape.
I understand about the nose and the hair, but my thing is, you're saying about let's say the belly, but the thing with the belly for me is that genetics aside, I strongly believe like that is a combination of everything: lifestyle, exercise, and diet. So but my thing is also that you could be 35 or 40, and you're saying I'm never gonna get a six-pack. So I'm just gonna get the surgery, right? But my argument for that is that the reason you're never gonna get a six-pack at 35 or 40 is because potentially you spent most of your life before that not eating right, not exercising right. So it's gonna be harder. Like now, if If you're 45 and you've never been to the gym or you've never really eaten, watch what you're eating, then you're going to try and start. It's going to be harder because you're 45. It's not saying it's not doable. It's saying it'll take longer, it'll be harder, and your recovery time will be longer as well because your body can't bounce back the same way as when you're 20. It's like when you go drinking. When you go drinking when you're 20, you can drink on Monday, drink on Tuesday, drink on Wednesday. Now you can drink on Monday and that's your week done. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it just varies. You know what I'm saying?
The only one.
So it just varies, right? So my thing is that you're making a decision at 40. I'm using 40 as a general thing, obviously.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, hit me.
So let's say someone that clinically obese, and they lost all the weight. Now they have that excess skin.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, do you think it's bad for them to go under the knife and get a tummy tuck, which is cosmetic surgery?
No, that's a fair point. That is a very fair point. But how much excess skin are you talking?
If you're clinically obese,
they're talking about clinically. These lot are mad. The government now are talking about trying to tackle obesity, yet they're giving away nanos for 150. And I mean, I'm gonna be there. Yeah,
that's not the government.
I know, I'm gonna be there, but I'm saying that like it's too late, bro. Like talking about obesity now when there's anyway. No, I get what you're saying, and I do get the excess thing in clinically obese. Clinically obese is subjective.
Yeah.
Like by weight, I think. But I do get you saying, but then you also get people who are like, you get those 600-pound people who are stuck in their house and that.
Yeah.
And then you like see how they eat and what they're doing. Now I'm not saying they stop eating like that, they're gonna turn to a size 0. That's not what I'm saying. But come on, man, like that's self-inflicted. Like me, personally, I just don't think I do. Sorry, let me answer your question. I feel like I didn't answer your question. Okay, your question is, if they lost the weight, got excess skin, and they wanted to get surgery, I feel that's a very that makes sense. That's a legitimate cause, isn't it? Like for a girl to do lip fillers or increase her boobs, to me that's not because she's self-conscious about it. I don't think that's a legitimate cause. But I think they're two different extremes, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's just mad, bruv. But
I think it really does depend, because what you're saying is right. It's like if you've got somebody that's just not really look after themselves, you can understand. All right, cool. They've done this self-infliction.